What is up, beautiful people? Today I actually have something that's, I hope at least is interesting to many people. Today we're going to be looking at a Red Velvet, the WILDSIDE, so basically the MVs. But it seems like there are two different versions that have been uploaded in the past. One is for YouTube and one is for M1. Now, I don't know what M1 was, but it rings a little bit of a bell, you know, and I figured out that it is true. I've heard of it before. When I was in Japan, it is actually just a music station where you can listen to music. Now, it is true that depending on region to region, and someone is literally spamming me right now, I don't know why, but there is really a difference between all the different regions and how they upload their videos. There is a reason for it, maybe because a certain color might appeal a certain type of person more in a different country rather than another country, or it could also be because of legal issues. For example, there are countries that won't allow females to wear, you know, no clothes. You know, if you go to Arab countries, to have a female present, it's actually a really bad thing. But let's actually have a look at this today, because I do want to see if I can pick up the differences here and see what is actually different, and maybe, you know, just display this to you guys. Interesting. I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but this one is just a little bit more orangey, while this one is just a little bit more redder. I mean, which one do you actually prefer? It's a tough one. They are both really good. I know the diamond is supposed to be red. It's more ruby-like. You don't really have orange stones like this. So for me, the red would make sense. However, I do like the natural look here a little bit more. It just looks a little bit more genuine. So far, everything is the same. There is a bit of a difference though, like I say, in the color grade. This one seems a little bit more contrasty. You know, if you look at these corners here, for example, it's just a little bit more blue, like a little bit more darkerish, purplish. Here you can see that, and here it's just a little bit more light blue, a little bit more white. Do you see it here a little bit better? This is very blue, and here it's just a little bit lesser. It's just more purple. It's still very interesting though that the scenes are a little bit different in color grade, and it's interesting as well. I would be surprised though if this was done on purpose or not. I mean, it might be that they just redid the video and just took the same shots and they had to remold everything back together, and then they tried to make everything look similar. Hard to say. So this is a bit of a different scene that we can see here. We have this element here with the spotlight. Let me actually have a look at that. I don't remember that. Okay, I'm going to be honest, the right version from M1, it's a little bit weird because it just seems as if this scene is forced here. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't even generate like a cool transition. It's literally shot to shot. I prefer the left one, the one that we know from SM Town, the one that we reviewed. Very interesting though that the colors are literally a bit different. You can see it here very clear. Like this is just a little bit more purple. This is a little bit more bluish. What was that? Here we had a different scene as well. So this is the one that we reviewed. They basically took that out and they replaced it with another scene. Which one do I prefer? Hard to say. They're both good. I both like both songs. It's basically they replaced an entire scene and doesn't do anything more. It doesn't become a transitional point or anything like that. So this is totally fine. It's so weird to look at these videos because I'm looking at the middle and I'm trying to just see what stands out directly. I mean, here again, you can just see this just has a little bit more contrast. It's just a little bit more black. The blacks are a little bit more blackish. And also, again, that purplish tint is still valid there. This one, in my opinion, is just a bit cleaner. A little bit more true to what the eye would see. Even though here, with the Japanese version, as silly as it sounds, I prefer the skin tones here because it's just more natural. This is a little bit red, but then again, the rest of the video is a little bit more reddish toned, you know? But this is, again, much better when it comes to skin tones. I like skin tones to look natural, not with a lot of reds or blues. You want to make it look normal still. Oh, do you see, guys, see the difference? Do you see the filter here? It's a bit different, no? It's difficult to say which one is better. I like both of them. You know, I can't say which one is better or not. So there is something that I do like about the Japanese version, and I remember when I watched it for the first time as well. So when I was watching, let's actually go back there for a second. So where is it? We do even go more? I don't remember. Is it here? So here we would get the introduction to the fisheye in the Japanese version. When it comes with the SM Town, it seems as if they didn't want to use it as much, because let's watch it again. Fisheye, fisheye, SM doesn't have it. Then it disappears because it's a different scene. Then it disappears for both. And then it's back again for the Japanese version, but it's gone for the SM Entertainment version again. They still never use the fisheye. I love this shot. It's still so beautiful. And then here is where SM Entertainment introduces this fisheye. For me, I think this makes sense because they're looking through the fisheye, you know, they're looking through the door hole. And this is the first moment when you see the door hole being used. Why is it used in advance? Doesn't really make sense. The SM Entertainment version does make more sense when it comes to storytelling. Yeah, it's a little bit more better to the storytelling. It's really hard though to say which one is nicer. The Japanese version just has a little bit of a nicer skin tone, a little bit more natural. Do you guys see the same? Do you agree with me? Maybe you don't. If you don't, tell me why. You know, we're all artists. We all have opinions. The beat is sexy though. This is actually a very clear representation to see how the colors are very different. If we look here, it's very pink. If we look here, it's more red. I think still the Japanese version is just a little bit better color graded because it's just more true to what we see. It's strange for something to go from red to pink, while here it goes from red to red. It's just a little bit more accurate. It might be that the Koreans just have a different person, you know, doing the color grade compared to the Japanese group. But still very interesting, because normally it's the same production house that actually films the edits the productions. You know, normally it's one group. What did they do here? Why does two versions exist? And now we're talking about this shot. Here, her skin tone looks very yellowish, like she looks a bit sick, while here it looks just a little bit better. This is the importance of color grade. Just make sure that you're consistent. I do kind of wish that they put these shots together so they can actually get all the best of these shots and compare to the best of that shots, put all the MVs together, and then you have a very good, beautifully color graded MV. Then we have the fisheye again. It's an interesting effect, but it's not needed. You know, the point still goes to SM Town. By the way, please, I just need to tell you guys, we need to consider how this person uploaded this video to the YouTube channel. I don't know if they put a filter on it. I cannot say it, but I'm just taking from this point that they are original videos and that she directly downloaded the videos from there, and then we can see a comparison. At least I hope so. That will be the more fair way of moving forward. It's still a very good MV though, no? Very flowy. Very happy. Oh wait, there was a bit of a difference there. Let's actually have a look there again. We have a new shot introduced here. Does it make sense? It's a tough one. I like it for a certain reason. I like it because it's again, it's a little bit more of a you know, you're getting pulled into one of the characters. They're displaying their beauty, and it's nice. But then again, I also think that on this beat, it's just a little bit too slow. So I would actually keep it to the choreography. It is one of the main parts, you know, the main dances. So it's a little bit out of nowhere. Actually, I'm thinking about it. So the videos must be the original versions, because you can see that sometimes the color grade is better on the SM version, well, sometimes it's worse, and also to the M-on version, sometimes it's better there and worse, so they must be correct. And I cannot imagine that whoever uploaded this really took their time to mess around with the color grades. I cannot imagine that at all. Really good eyes though. Whoever found this, fantastic. That there was such a clear difference. I'm just thinking this song could really be a nice outro to an action movie. There's something about it that is just really attractive. Maybe it's just the spy type of sounds that I'm getting. Like, it's weird, but even without looking at the MV, I would still consider this something, you know, something is going on with action and everything. Maybe like James Bond, modern James Bond, the Korean James Bond. Do you know, like, that is the vibe that I hear if I listen to it. Maybe they were also inspired by it somehow. Man, my nose is so itchy. I love this doot doot. Very nice sound effect. So again, here we have two versions where one time they use the fisheye, the other side they don't. Why is that? I don't really understand it, why they use this filter. It doesn't really do it for me, purely because it's not as if they're looking through a door, and we know that that door is in a unique spot. So I'm happy that they minimalized it, even though I like the look of it. It doesn't do anything for the storytelling. Man, this pollen allergy this year is crazy. Let's actually look at that shot. I want to double check to see how... Okay, they are they the same shots? It seems as if this one is a little bit more blurry compared to this one. Do you guys see the same, or am I just crazy? It might have been that they added a little bit more blur to this video compared to here. I mean, that's all possible, you know, with the help of Adobe Premiere. Everything is just possible. Man, this is a very interesting comparison. I'm really happy that this person made this, purely because it's just so cool to see how you have different videos for different regions. I'm wondering why they would have gone with this route, especially for the M-on version for the Japanese broadcasting company, but it really might be that they wanted to get a few more shots of the girls. It might be that they sell more merchandise of certain members. It really just might be a business opportunity for them as well, because hey, some people have you know, they prefer one member than the other member. It just exists. It's the same with BTS, it's the same with Blackpink. Everyone has their biases. That's totally fine. Even with Shiny, this exists, and that is maybe the reason why they actually introduced a little bit more of those personal shots of the different members, you know, those unique shots. I don't think they do a lot for the MV, in all honesty. I think they just threw them there for a specific reason. Again, I never talked to these people, so I don't know, but it seems like that could be a very good hint. I mean, guys, which version do you like? I would put the link of this video down in the description below so you can look at it yourself. I want to know, which one do you prefer? There's small changes, but they might be important changes to decide which one is the better MV. SM Town, really nice on keeping it simple and clean. The M-on version, congratulations on trying to make it a little bit more interesting, but it just didn't work out. Everyone wins, you know. It's still a very good song. Red Velvet, you always have my heart. But guys, thank you very much for watching this analysis with me. If you did enjoy, like always, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribed, and of course, go check it out. All the links down below. Join the Discord, join the Patreon. I'm there for all of you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you then.